beauties. I hope you're all having an absolutely marvelous week. It is Michelle on Magical Monday, and it's one of those sleepy Mondays. And I know we have them every so often where everyone I know kind of has that sleepy Monday feel, and they want to just like take a nap all day long. And that is just the energy of the day. I've heard it from several people today. And so if even if you're watching this on Tuesday or Wednesday, that's going to be the energy this week. It's almost like a little bit of a energy relaxation to kind of combat last week's crazy. So it's okay if you're feeling just a little bit tired, if you're feeling just a little bit like a little bit of air has been let out of your balloon. It's okay to be in that energy and to just lean in, because we can't sustain the high highs all the time. So, it still feels very positive. It's like the rest of August is very, very joyful. The astrology is a pleasant, sort of like a recalibration energy. You're in the last week of Leo. And so here, as we complete our last week of Leo, you might be feeling the need to like make everything look pretty, get your house in order, get your body in order. It just feels like there's like an energy of completing little projects, getting things done. It's not that hyper intense energy that we had at the beginning of the month. It's an ease in. We'll have this energy for another week, where we're just kind of easing. We're just in it, which is kind of nice. And what I tell people in that energy is what do you just have to get done? There's a doing energy, and I want to lean into it because we have Mercury retrograde coming up in September. So in August, if you have a project that you want to get done in the next 2 months, do it now. Get ahead. Right now is doing. And there's kind of like this really awesome energy of I get to. In the energy of doing, sometimes we've got this to-do list and it's I have to, or someone else wants me to. And right now, the sweet spot is I get to, right? I get to get ahead on projects. I get to organize my home. A lot of people have moved or are coming into school or starting right now. So it's that beginning of the school year. It's that beginning of the calendar year for a lot of things that go from August to August instead of January to January. So there is that energy of new beginning, and there is that reset button. So you get to right now, and I love that for you is, and for me, for all of us, the collective is in this get to energy. And so put things in order. And that also means go back to the basics. So I think that's probably what I'll even call this video, is go back to the basics. Everybody I know knows what to do, mostly. Like they know, maybe it's a routine that you have for the gym, maybe it's a routine you have for meditation practice, maybe it's taking your vitamins. What is it that you know that when you do this, you feel really, really good? And maybe you have gotten off of your track. So I made a list last week of all the things that if I did this, I know I would be good. And for me, I already have a pretty solid meditation practice, but I wanted to build in a writing period of time. So a little bit of time in the morning to meditate, and then a little bit of time to write, and a little bit of time to study. Because as some of you may know, we're looking to try and get doctorates in metaphysics. And so that just takes a little bit of time in my busy schedule. So one of the things I've done is I've built in a little bit more morning time and given myself permission energetically to do all the things I know I want to and like to and choose to do to get it done. And so where could you or should you or want to or get to choose to put your basics back in play? We're going to get ready because Virgo season is right around the corner. And when you're in the basics, Virgo's really good about that, especially when it has to do with health. So if you're looking like to join a gym or get into an exercise program or eat better or drink more water, the end of Leo season and the beginning of Virgo season is the most perfect time to create those routines. And then they're anchored before the holiday season because it takes 21 days to create a habit. It takes 90 days to anchor something into being just part of your long-term routine and sort of an inevitable thing you do, and actually harder to take you out of something than to get you to do it. So if you do it for 90 days and we're in the middle of August, so that brings you to the middle of September, the middle of October, the middle of November. So you're anchored into this new way of being before you get into Mercury retrograde, and then before at that 21 days, and you're at that anchored in at 90 days before you get into the holiday season. So really look at it as, what do I get to do for myself? What is the gift I want to give myself? Is that the gift of space? Is that the gift of time? Is that the gift of better communication? What is it that you are gifting to yourself? And I think you're going to find that to be absolutely spectacular. So that was just like my thoughts for this week, is give yourself the rest you ask for. Take that pregnant pause. You're here now. Like, one of my favorite statements is, you are here now. When I was younger and I first started meditating, there was a gentleman in one of my classes. He was one of the leaders, who gave me a bracelet, and I'll never forget it. I wore it. I had been in a relationship and it ended, and I was in like a really big who am I now and what am I becoming, and my nervous system was a little bit shot. I had been in real estate and like there was a lot going on, and this bracelet just reminded me a couple of different things. One is, I'm not living in the past. I'm no longer in the negative situation. And two, it reminded me to slow down and be present. Been listening to a lot of Joe Dispenza lately, and he talks about the generous present moment. And I really feel like that's where we're at, is yes, you want to be in the energy of creating and believing in that possible true future you're creating. You want to be in the now, though, with that present moment of, I am so joyful. I really am so connected to the oneness of right now that my generous present moment is satisfied, right? I'm so grateful and thankful. So the other morning practice I do is gratitude. And I actually use the words, I'm so grateful and thankful. This is in my life now. And when I say that, I literally go through some of the things that seemed impossible for me at one point. Like 10 years ago, the life I'm leading right now seemed a little bit of a stretch or impossible. It was a desire, but it was definitely seemed very far off in some distant future. and I wasn't even sure if it was really possible, but I held on to that dream and I held on to that vision. And now I'm so grateful and thankful that I am leading trips to foreign countries. I am creating programs that people are really excited about and having massive results. And one of those results was the Pink Rose program I just completed. We had a lot of people who said this really was a profound experience for them. And now we've moved into the Black Rose Gate. It was actually a really powerful first call. So I'm kind of just being led as I'm talking about it. If you're still interested in the Black Rose program, we do give anybody who joins the Pink Rose program for free. And so if you wanted to get in on the Black Rose program, which we're talking about energy hygiene and soul fragment retrieval and a lot of things that are protective as we dive into the dark mysteries, I'll extend out the openings this week. If you're still interested, you'd only have one call to catch up on. So if you're still interested, get a hold of me and we'll get you in. In the meantime, think about your gratitude as I'm so grateful and thankful this is already in my life. And after you found those 2 or 3 key things that you didn't know were possible, I want you to call in something that feels like there's an edge, doable but still possible. And then say that in your mind's eye, I'm so grateful and thankful this is in my life now. And anchor that. So whatever it is that you're doing, whatever it is that you're feeling, I want you to go ahead and imagine it as it is already done. That brings you to that generous present moment. That anchoring of, I've already called this in. I'm so grateful and thankful it's already here. I'm in the present and I'm feeling it right now. What you want to do is experience it as it's already done. And your brain gets the chemicals as if it has already been done. It is true for you in the present moment if you live it as it is already done. So you're energizing that desire, and you're imagining it in your third eye, or you're playing the game with your brain, which is actually having an experience of being the version of you that already is. That brain game of, what does it feel like to have this as true for me, is already there for me, gets deep ingrained into your heart. It gets deep ingrained into your knowing, and it helps you shift it from impossible to already done. So what you want to do is be in the energy of, this is already mine. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It is already done. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm so grateful, and I'm having this experience. And that's going to bring you to the now that believes that it is possible. And then what's really interesting for me is when I anchor that it is possible, when I anchor it in the already done, the how shows up. And it's never exactly how I think it should be. So let go of the how and let go of the impossible, because the how will show up in miraculous ways. It will show up in unexpected ways. And then the last piece of the formula is follow the synchronicities. You have to be like, oh, this seems just a little too good to be true. And what you're really realizing is, no, it isn't too good to be true. It's exactly what I asked for. So we have to let go of that illusion of this disbelief. When the good things come in, you have to remember that you will only vibrate at what you feel you're worthy to have. So letting yourself believe that you are worthy, letting yourself believe that it is possible, and letting yourself anchor in that it is already on its way for you. And that's the tool. That's the tool I use every single day in my basic practice. And so I hope that breaking it down that way would be helpful to you. But that's how I've manifested crazy things. I've manifested trips. I've manifested opportunities to go to the beach. I've manifested more clients this way. I've manifested, in this case, a new couch. Last August, the couch that I wanted so badly from IKEA, I found out they had a purple couch. And so I wanted it, and it was out of stock and out of stock and out of stock. And I kept saying, I'm so grateful and thankful that this couch is mine. And I got really clear that I wanted to get it about August of this year because I was teaching a class for 5 weeks, and I was like, okay, well, I don't have time to get the couch while I'm going to have these classes. And so I was just like, I'm so grateful and thankful that I go get this couch on August 1st. And it's so funny. That's exactly when it was in stock. That's exactly when I got it. There were only 3 left. So apparently they had made the big order, and because they couldn't get it, they then discontinued it. But the order came in. There were 3 couches. One of them is now in my house. And so you manifest it, you hold it, and you don't go, oh, it's not coming in, it's never going to be in stock. You go, okay, I want this couch. This is what I want. I know what I want. I put a picture of it on my vision board, and I just held sitting, laying, and experiencing that couch as it is already done. So I want you to think about, what is it you're calling in? Try an experiment. One of my mentors had us look for something really kind of like just a mind experiment. And so we all picked something kind of smaller and something kind of simple. And one of the ladies wanted to have it be pink cars. And as soon as she started visualizing it, she saw pink cars everywhere. And within 3 months, the car she wanted to buy was available on the lot, already painted, and she got to buy a pink car. I was looking for purple shoes. And of course, I got purple slippers for Christmas that year. I got purple slippers, like purple shoes were everywhere. But at the time that we started this little manifesting project, I couldn't find purple shoes in the store anywhere. So now I have seen tons of purple shoes, everything from purple slippers to purple flip-flops to purple boots. So whatever it is, pick something, get yourself to train your brain that you really are a magnet, calling it to you. You don't have to go out of your way for things that as long as you're in the aligned wanting and you're in the aligned action and you see the opportunity and you take it, all things will be coming to you that are for you and aligned for you. So I thought we'd do a little tiny manifesting practice. I am super excited about this week. So think about, what are you manifesting this week? What are you manifesting next week? What are you manifesting next month? And pick something. This week I've got a really great week. I've got a Divine Masculine roundtable with my friend Patrick. We're going to be talking about what is toxic masculinity, what is healthy masculinity. We're going to talk about the masculine and feminine polarities in both men and women, because we really have to have that balanced masculine in the male body as well as in the female body. So we are going to have that roundtable. It is going to be here in Orlando at the Satnam Wellness Center. So if that is something you're interested in, we do have, I'm just really excited about it. it's a topic I've wanted to talk about for a really long time. So what are you manifesting this week? I manifested the Satnam Wellness Center because I was ready to go back to in-person activities and classes. So what is it that you're manifesting? Think about that for a minute. I manifested my birthday trip to Egypt and a second trip in the same year. I wanted to go to Egypt for my 50th birthday, and I'm getting to go for the second time over Christmas this year. So I manifested the ability. And if that's something you're manifesting, put that in your heart and your mind, because I do have spaces available. So if that's something you're interested in, put that into your manifestation. Or whatever. Maybe it's a new house, a new car, a new job, a new soul-aligned love partner, whatever it is that you're looking for. And so I want you to close your eyes, and I want you to just imagine you're in a beautiful ball of light, calling in all of your energy, returning you to you, and getting everybody else out of the pool. Just imagine that you are in this beautiful ball of light. And then take a moment to imagine that you are letting go of anything that is anchoring that ball down, any dead weight. Just let it go, shut it off. Release your neck, release your shoulders, take a deep breath. Imagine going down into the earth. Imagine bringing that earth energy up through your feet, up through your legs, up through your tailbone, opening up that beautiful red root chakra. Just feel your root chakra anchored like a trunk of light into the earth, and just feel it open up to your sacral, to your creative energy, opening up that belly and opening up your solar plexus, bringing that air all the way into your lungs and starting to open up your lungs. Now, more importantly, from the center of the earth, bring the energy up to your heart. Really open up your heart, open up your arms, knock the weight off the world off your shoulders. Open yourself up to the breath. Breathe up from the center of the earth into your throat, relaxing your jaw, relaxing your neck, releasing the monkey off your back. And bring that energy up from the center of the earth one more time, all the way to your third eye, all the way to your mind's eye. Feel the bliss energy. Feel the energy opening up in your mind. Take a moment and think about what is it you are creating? What is it you are desiring? What is it you're living in? I'm so grateful and thankful this is mine. And then just imagine shooting it out the top of your head. Imagine opening up your lotus blossom, opening it up and sending out the message to the universe. I'm so grateful and thankful that this is in my life now. So bringing the energy from the center of the earth up through your limbs, up through your chakras, and imagine with your hands on the top of your head, going through your mind's eye, going through your heart, and sending it out. Sending out your desires, sending out your magnet, sending out the energy that you're accepting, all the good the universe has to offer. You're accepting and allowing it to come back to you, an order to the universe, an order of exactly what you want. I'm so grateful and thankful this is in my life now. I'm so grateful, and I know that I am worthy, and I know that I am deserving, and I know that this is easy, and it is safe, and it's possible, and I can have this, and I call it in without having to worry or fear or be in any energy of lack, but instead I'm in the energy and the attitude of gratitude. I'm so grateful that this is mine. I'm so grateful that this is easy. I'm so grateful that it's on its way. So see it as deep as if you had it here with you right now. Taste it as if it is already here with you right now. Feel it on your skin and in your hands. Hear it. Imagine it. anchor it. And what feeling does it give you? Does it give you a feeling of satisfaction? Does it give a feeling of abundance? Does it give a feeling of wholeness? Does it give a feeling of awe? Whatever that is, feel the gratitude for that emotion. And just sit in that emotion for a second and just be, I already am. I am that I am that I am. So take the next step, which is to be, I am that I am that I am that I am, already having this in my life now, in this present, generous moment. And so it is, and so it is, and so it is, and so it shall be. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It is done, it is done, it is done. And just rehearse in your mind over and over again how easy it is, how possible it is, how worthy you are, how deserving you are. And remember that this is already yours, right? It's already yours. So you can stay in that energy for as long as you want. I'm going to run off and have the rest of my magical Monday. But I hope I get to see you this week. I've got a lot of fun things going on. If you're local and want to come down to Satnam Wellness for a masculine divine roundtable, that's Wednesday night. If you haven't taken basic theta healing and you want my absolute number one healing practice, the item that is literally what I starts all of my manifesting work, comes from theta healing. All of my healing work comes from theta healing. I do have my basic class this weekend, and I won't teach it again till January. So if you're interested, that's this weekend. If you're looking to get into the Black Rose program, there is just still a little bit of time. And so yeah, I hope you're having a sensational week, that it's a really good one. Rest, recalibrate, and I love you. Just remember to live a magical life, and magic is in the details, right? It's just the difference between an attitude, being in the attitude of gratitude, and being in the attitude of looking at all these little miracles as miracles and giving them some energy. That's living magically. And so I hope that's how you get to be this week. I love you, and I'll see you again next week.